In the gospel that we just hear, we see Jesus facing an unfavorable prejudice from his own people. Something that is happening quite often in our society, even in our daily life, and of which we are not always aware. But in order not to be hurt too fast, let us take an example a bit far from us. One day, on a flight from the capital of South Africa, a middle-aged, well-off white South African lady had found herself sitting next to a black man. She called the cabin crew attendants over to complain about her sitting. "What seems to be the problem, madame?" asked the attendant. "Cannot you see?" the lady said. "You have sat me next to a kafir. I cannot possibly sit next to this disgusting man. Find me another seat." "Please, calm down, madame," the stewardess replied. "The flight today is very full. But I will tell you what I will do. I will go and check to see if we have any seats available elsewhere." Then the woman turned upward and had a snobbish look at the outraged black man beside her. A few minutes later, the stewardess returned, saying that she have good news, which she will deliver to the lady, who cannot help but look at the people around her with a self-satisfied large smile. "Madame," said the stewardess, "unfortunately, economy class is full. But I have spoken to the cabin service director, and he said that we do have one seat available in first class." Then she continued saying, "It is most extraordinary to make this kind of upgrade. But the flight captain felt that it was shocking and even immoral that someone be forced to sit next to such a so disagreeable person." And before the lady has a chance to say a word, the stewardess turned towards the black man sitting next to the lady and said to him, "Sir, if you would like to get your things and follow me, I have a seat ready for you in first class up at the front." No doubt that this white lady, because of her prejudice towards another human being like her, lost face in front of all other passengers. And brother and sister, I am sure that at first you were also shocked at her attitude and felt sorry for the insulted black man. But at the end, thanks God, justice was made. Brother and sister, we see similar prejudice suffered by Jesus in the gospel of today. He is rejected by his own people. Then Jesus told his fellow Jews about 2 times in history when God intervened to help non-Jews and foreigners. And each time with the help of 2 of their great prophets. Elijah, who had saved a Sidonian widow and her son from a severe famine, and Elisha, who had cured a Syrian general, Naaman, from his leprosy. The reminding of these 2 events was too much for those listening to Jesus, so they tried to kill him. By the time of Jesus, Judaism had almost become what we could say was a closed group. Jews looked down on those who were not Jews. The others were inferior and they were superior. Obviously, Jesus challenged this way of thinking. But what has this got to do with ourselves today? Maybe at this time we can ask ourselves a few questions. Does it happen that I look down on others? Do we consider others inferior? The Jews at that time were blind to foreigners being favored by God. But that did not mean that foreigners had not been favored by God. How about us? Are we blind to God's love for others? Obviously. It is our attitude towards others that is put under the microscope in the gospel of today. If we do not have a Christian attitude towards others, regarding all as equal in dignity before God, we are asked to heal this distorted attitude. We are all equal members of God's family. That is good to remember such a basic truth, because there are so many divisions in our society, so many boundaries, and it is good to know that with God there is no division or boundaries among us. We are all members of the one big family of God. We are all adopted son and daughter of God. Here in the church, we all receive the same Eucharist. We all receive the same Lord. The problem of having an unhealthy attitude towards others is that we forget that as baptized people, we are all equal in dignity before God. It is that we forget that Jesus died to save each one of us, to save the person next to me, behind me, and before me. In fact, brother and sister, the ideal way to relate to others is given to us in the second reading of today, which declare, love is always patient and kind. It is never jealous. Love is never boastful or conceited. It is never rude or selfish. Reading this beautiful description of love, we have to admit we often fall down badly. We can see how well or badly we get on with regard to that description of love by omitting the word love from the reading and putting our own name. So, the result will be me, Greg, me, Peter, Mary, Joseph, put your own name. I am always patient and kind. I am never jealous. I am never boastful or conceited. I am never rude or selfish. Reading in this way show us how much and how often we fail to love. The white South African lady in the story recalled at the beginning did not show love and respect to others, and we were all shocked because of it. But we are also often guilty of not showing enough love, or maybe even on looking down on others, maybe in more subtle ways. So, brother and sister, let us not forget that since baptism, we are all equal son and daughter of God our Father. So, let us heal our unhealthy attitude towards others and love them as God loves us. Amen.